All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, we're going to be reading and reviewing the top trending Reddit post on r/Destiny the game. There's a whole list of issues and problems with Destiny 2. I'm sure you can name some down in the comment section below, but Bungie makes things high priority or low priority, and in today's post, they're actually making something that's actually kind of really important very low on the priority list. So let's go ahead and jump right into this and read this issue that's trending right now. When it was discovered that Phoenix Dive healed you more based on your frame rate, it was fixed within a month. Basically, what they're talking about is the Warlock has a Phoenix Dive maneuver where you fall to the ground and it heals you. And if I remember correctly, if your frame rate was as high as you could possibly get it, it would heal you more. So they wanted to fix that issue immediately because obviously that would affect PvP if people are able to get more or less health based on their frame rate. It gives you kind of an unfair advantage. I can see that being a high priority issue, and it was fixed within a month. Ground fire, hive boomers, and a handful of other damage sources still damage you more based on your frame rate, and the big post made about it was almost a year ago. What is the excuse? So I wasn't completely aware of this, but apparently ground fire and hive boomers are doing more damage to you. And I would assume this is because your frame rate is higher, because this is how it worked before, as they mentioned in this. Cabal slugs. I remember the Cabal slug launchers would absolutely obliterate you if you had high frame rates. They would one shot you. I remember that being an issue and being pretty crazy. So that was actually fixed, that along with Shrieker projectiles. So let's go ahead and continue to read on with this. I'm aware that it was fixed for Cabal slugs and Shrieker projectiles. However, it was never fixed for anything else, which is especially clear from testing. So apparently, some more testing has been done, and this is still an issue. Frame rate and damage from PvE combatants still an issue in the game. I get it, game development / design and coding is hard, but once again, when it benefited players, it was patched almost immediately. Whereas we've gone over a year with certain endgame activities like GMs being made significantly harder because you take more damage from just having a higher frame rate. Master Lightblade a couple weeks ago was especially noticeable with the amount of hive boomers being used by enemies there. You know what? Now that I actually recall that, those hive boomers are absolutely insane, and the damage they do. I remember thinking to myself, like, why do I feel like my guardian's made out of paper mache? I still have 100 resilience on my character, and a great survivability build overall. But I have noticed now that in specifically Lightblade, I do get absolutely smoked by those hive boomers, and I guess that's the reason why, is because high frame rate issue. It would be nice if there was some communication from Bungie, and we at least got some acknowledgement that they're aware that this problem still exists, because it genuinely feels like they've just hoped we forget about it and never bothered to try fixing the rest of the damage sources and stopped at Shrieker projectiles and Cabal slugs. Now, let it be known that, for whatever reason, Destiny 2 servers are put together with noodles and duct tape. I don't know what goes on these crazy servers and why they have the inability to make encounters consistent across the board regardless of your frame rate. I'm sure there's some serious technical issues. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know game development better than Bungie, because I certainly do not, but it's definitely a very common issue where frame rates change the encounters inside PvE and change the game drastic, so much so that we see a whole slew of issues created from just having frame rate differences inside the game. Obviously, there's a lot of moving parts when it comes to creating a game like Destiny 2. When you think about all the different armor pieces, all the different weapon pieces, all the different perks, all the different cosmetics, everything that goes on inside the game, there's so many moving parts, probably a lot more moving parts inside Destiny 2 than your average game. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that. So I kind of give Bungie a little bit of break on that regard, but having this be an issue that's persisted for well over a year now is definitely a bad thing to have in the game. This needs to be fixed. Hopefully this does get Bungie's attention. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Make sure you're subscribed here with notifications on. If you want to stay up to date on all the news in Destiny 2, smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Later.